What is up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday Night Trivia with me and my faithful life companion. That'd be Lucas. Gotta go with Mountain Dew.
Hello?
Mountain Dew.
I am the koozie man. I collect koozies. Yeah, you're probably right. Putting alcohol in Mountain Dew to me is sacrilege, but...
Did you know that Mountain Dew was originally made to be mixed with whiskey?
Did you know that I will leave this call? Hey, it's Allie. Mountain Dew and alcohol for me just don't blend together, although I definitely could see it as a whiskey mixer for sure. Did not know that was its original purpose.
Yeah, when Mountain Dew was originally made, it was made to mix with whiskey.
But hello, party people. It's good to see you here. As always, definitely haven't missed a week or time or anything.
Not at all.
Back from the beach, and if I had wore a sleeveless shirt, you would see that my slight two-tone has changed. It's now dark brown to light brown, and then pale white still. So, you know.
Yeah,
I kind of tanned my shoulders.
Yeah, that's a thing. But, I mean...
It do be. It do be.
It do be. So, how's everyone doing? Obviously, Lucas has joined us again. We have missed him so much, so dearly.
Terribly.
So terribly.
Too.
I realized that the chemistry I thought I had with other people hosting paled in cheers, Kenny.
Here's to Kenny. And as you said, the chemistry with other people is a slow burn kind of like a George Bush and whatever Cheney's first name was. I don't remember. They were a team, but didn't work well together. There was the Dick himself. We more have like if you took Obama and Clinton and put them in the same White House, the amount of charisma and terrible things happening would be at an all-time max. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Kenny, you're gonna make us drink, but you're sick as balls, and then drink. I was sick as balls last weekend.
That sucks.
I was drinking on fucking antibiotics because I'm here for the people. Also, I got my stitches taken out today, and my foot's all better.
I don't think you should promote that.
What's the worst that could happen? So,
but yes, our charisma is like a fine wine, like an aged bourbon, like your mom jokes. They never get old.
I mean,
you know.
Bourbons get older too, but they get sweeter.
But they get better as they age. There you go.
But there are some wines that when they age, they taste like shit.
All wines taste like shit. Don't at me.
So.
September.
Kenny,
I'm subscribed to Kenny now, by the way. Someone gifted me a sub. September.
Yay!
Kenny with a sub. That's 2 subs. We have 2 subs. Me and Kenny.
I will just let you guys know. This exists. This is next to my thing. I will not chug this for the speed round. I'm gonna take my traditional shot. I will chug this. If we get a total of 5 subs tonight, we are at 2. I am willing to count Sarge's, and I'm willing to count Kenny's. But if we get to 5 tonight, I will chug that in any way anyone chooses, aside from up the butt and up the nose.
I love Kenny's comment. 10 out of 10 quality over quantity. I love it.
So,
all right.
If you guys want to play, as per usual, top right corner, there's QR code. Scan it if you want to play. Also, there is a what's it called? A link somewhere about playing in your browser.
It's up there. I'm gonna do it again. Give me 1 second.
There we go. If you want to play in your browser, it's right there. Our code, if you want to play, is JU82. Juliet, Utah, 82. So,
just
with
Ju82.
Ju82.
It's Ju82.
Do you see Juul is getting sued really fucking hard right now?
Does that have anything to do with Woodstock 99? That's the last thing I've seen Juul related to.
No, Juul, Juul. The vaping.
Oh, vapey people. Sorry, I thought you meant the singer.
Yeah, they're getting sued for something like $200 million or something like that.
Good. They're trying to make smoking cool again in a different way. And I'm sorry, but if you enjoy smoking, to each their own. But I hate that stuff. My grandparents did it my whole life, and all it did was make their house smell bad.
Pretty much.
And vaping is just like the cool version of it now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Getting on my soapbox, Doug. I'm going to get my Bible and I'm going to thump. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry.
Let's talk some announcements. We have some announcements, but also an announcement of a big prize coming as well. Bum bum bum.
I do not know about this prize. What prize are we giving?
You will find out about the prize. It is for next week, but it's a prize. It is a big prize.
Good.
So, first and foremost, announcement for this month. Our theme night is Harry Potter. If you've been on Facebook, you might have seen our ads that we pumped some money into. Hopefully, it brings in some views. We've done it before. Obviously, we're trying to hit the big stuff. If you guys ever have like suggestions for theme nights, we're always open to them. There's 4 of us who are just batting around ideas on what's going to bring people in. So if you guys have ideas, let us know. So that's announcement number 1. Last Thursday of the month, which I believe is the 29th. That'll be Dumbledore.
Yep. I'm once again asking you to do the office.
You know what, Kenny? For you, because you subscribed today, we will do The Office next month. October. Ooh, actually, that's Halloween. Actually, you know what we can do.
Oh, Doug has an idea. Let's hear it.
I have an idea. So why don't we do a special? Why don't we do a special Halloween night? Because that's Monday the 31st. That we are. Monday the 31st is Halloween.
Choices.
We do.
Joe Titus literally just showed up in chat to back Kenny up. Joe Titus hasn't said a word in chat in like months.
So, I'm agreeing with Kenny though. The 27th of October, we will do The Office. Monday the 31st, we will do a special Halloween trivia. Not on a Thursday, on a Monday. October Horror Monday trivia.
October Horror Monday. All right.
It will be on all things spooky, scary, and all that good stuff. So,
there it is.
And I feel like we can put in.
Oh yeah, 2 Halloweens.
I feel like we can put in some kind of like, for every person who comes to our door trick or treating, we'll add some kind of reward. Not drinking, because
we get none. We get no one here. There are children that live in this cul-de-sac, and we turn on our light, put out Halloween decorations, and buy candy, and no one comes. It's dumb.
Oh, we get so many. So when the pandemic started, Allie taped out a square at the end of her walkway and said, "Stand here for candy, be ready." And she started chucking
it. Yes.
Just throwing it at kids, and I was like, "Damn, I should have been here for that."
That's awesome.
So yeah, we will do The Office on the 27th. On the 31st, though, Halloween night, we will do spooky horror Halloween night stuff. We will have 2 trivias in 4 days. With that, our second announcement, we have been drilling into you guys for a while now. We have SporkleCon coming up. That is September. I
got you. It is September the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, the weekend after the West Virginia game. There will be a giant con in Washington, D.C., where they will be asking all things trivia, quizzes, things that you need to know. There's like a big money thing happening there for you to win trivia. And we will be there. We'll be there every day, but in particular, Saturday, me and Doug will be there most of the day, including our own hosted trivia session. So
I will also say the special prize I was talking about earlier. 1 VIP pass to the winner of next week's trivia. We're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to make it a little more difficult. So, if you want 1 all-access VIP 3-day pass to SporkleCon, if you win next week, or are the runner-up in the first place doesn't want the SporkleCon pass, that is up for grabs.
Or you can win it and give it to whoever you want.
Yep.
So if one of the Fat Bros can't make it, you can win it. and then give the prize away.
That is true. But that is up for grabs. So, Harry Potter this month. Next month, we will have 2 themes. We will have The Office, and we'll have super spoopy Halloween. That might be a stream only, though. Something tells me we're going to have to do Halloween at Rocket Frog, but who cares? We will do Office here, and we'll do super spoopy on Monday.
The point made is that you might not want to do it Monday because Halloween Day will lose a lot of people to actual trick-or-treating things. So we might have to do it Sunday, me and you.
Do it Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's doable. Sunday's doable.
Sunday.
We will announce it come October. With that,
there will be a spooky Halloween night. We'll make it happen, and The Office will happen on this Twitch next month.
And remember,
nope, Smirnoff.
Oh yeah, 3 more subs. 3 more subs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beers here that I can chug. So I'm just saying, the more subs we get, the more drunk Doug's gonna get, and probably the more belligerent. Just saying. But with that, let's jump into the rules before we get too far behind. What is rule number 1, Lucas, as always?
Rule number 1, as you gaze behind you above the F-bomb itself, is don't be a dick. That rule generally means that you
made her
say, oh no, did I run?
You did again. Can't hear you now.
I know. Hello. My wife said I wasn't even drunk yet. My mic has been doing that lately. I think it's just a very old snowball, and it's on its last leg. Kenny, to you again.
Cheers, Kenny.
My wife. However, rule number 1, if you have to ask yourself, say you are walking into a bar, and the thing you said to the person beside you, or the shoulder that you laid into the UVA fan that was walking out, knocked him down, and you said to yourself, man, that was kind of a dick move, don't do it. Don't make fun of people. Don't criticize other people unless you're I or Doug making fun of each other or your answers, because sometimes they're dumb, but that's besides the point. Don't make fun of me and Doug. Well, no, you can do that too, but that's not dickish, because I deserve to be made fun of. I mean, yeah, she called me dumb. Anyway, the point is that if something you're doing is being a dick in your head, just don't do it.
But
it's so simple.
But Lucas,
yes.
What if I don't want to pay attention to rule number 1? What's rule number 2 then?
Well, see, as I've said many times before, Doug, you and I were stubborn children, and our parents had to literally make 2 rules. My mom had 2 rules for the same thing in my house. So therefore, I'm used to this. Rule 2 is rule number 1. Don't be a dick. It's not complicated. Just don't do it. Dick, you, over there, apart, separated, like parents separating arguing children in a car. Don't do it. Rule 1 for Lucas, stop breaking things. Don't touch anything. Yes, fair enough. I have my own set of rules, but you know, just don't be a dick, man. It's easy peasy.
You, dick, it's not a Venn diagram. It's 2 separate circles.
Correct. And we're not here to put those circles together. That's the only part of equality that we do not want on this stream, and that is dickishness and you together. Everything else is no holds barred, because, Doug, what's rule number 3?
Rule number 3 would be, you do you, boo-boo. Let your freak flag fly. We do not judge on that spectrum that is life. We invite everybody to play trivia because it doesn't matter who you love, where you're from, what you do, what your interests are. We're all here for the same thing, is that is for us to make you feel stupid. Because we think and drink. We think we're smart because we have the answers in front of us, but let's be real, if we were on the other side of the screen, we would not do well.
Did you look at my score last week? It was trash.
That was
I may have lagged out a few times, but my scores were so bad.
That was when I went to that one wedding, and it was you guys hosting, and I refused to play because I knew I was going to embarrass myself. So I was like, I'm just going to watch and critique, because that's a lot easier than actually playing. So, with that,
there's your rules.
Those
rules
are
done. Doug, what you drinking tonight? Tell me about it.
I'm drinking one of a couple things. We'll see if I
Good
get
folks
through all
on
of
Twitch,
this.
go ahead and throw your drinks out there while Doug ponders
Okay.
over his many options.
Hold on. I have a complaint to make, and I have
Hold
made.
on. You have a complaint?
complaint.
Are you okay?
Not.
Allie's checking on you. She thinks you're having a stroke.
I have two complaints from this week. Two complaints.
Okay.
I went to
Go ahead.
2 different grocery stores this week for
Okay.
one to get alcohol. The
Okay.
first one.
Were they
The
sold out of
second-
Coors at both places?
I mean, that would be. Let's be real. There will
I'm
never
sorry,
be.
go ahead.
The world will end, and Coors will still be around, and I will be
Coors
the
is literally-
I will be the lone survivor.
Coors is literally snowballs in zombie land.
Yep.
You open it up looking for like Bud Light or something. Snowballs.
Yep. People be like, Coors, mine. But no, I went to a Giant, and I was grabbing beer. I was getting ready for today, and so Tech has an agreement with Hardywood. They now have 2 beers. They have Fightin' Hokey, and now they have Hail to Thee, which are 2 beers that they have made at Hardywood down in Richmond. UVA apparently joined up with Star Hill to make Wahoo Wah, which is a dumb fucking chant to begin with.
Big facts.
And the second part was I went to the store today to get hot dog buns. I was making brats for dinner. I was going to get hot dog buns. I grabbed a couple of, I don't know if you like the ice water, like the flavored sparkling water or whatever, but they have an energy drink, so I got some for me and Allie. And JMU also has a beer that they have partnered with, and I am... Tech did it first. Stop copying us, you sons of bitches.
To be fair, everybody's doing it. The Carolina Hurricanes have their own beer called Storm Brew.
Yeah, but that's the Hurricanes. That's not college.
I think you should cater it to your college. Tech has an everyman beer because Tech is an agricultural college that at its roots is supposed to be for the everyman.
And it came out first. UVA is not
and it
an
literally is
everyman
just
beer.
our name.
The
It's called what? Fighting Gobbler? Like it's
Fightin'
a
Hokey.
take on our name. Yeah, Fighting Hokey. It's literally a take on our name.
Right.
UVA made one using their chant
Wahoo
and then
wah.
didn't orient it toward their school at all. Like it's not a seltzer.
It's not an IPA.
It's not a remake of it's not an IPA. It's not a remake of Zima. Like
No,
then it would make sense.
They fucked up. They totally fucked up and did not make an alcohol that catered to their people. Because like as much as I hate UVA, I understand UVA plays a part in Virginia. Tech is the hard science, or not the hard science, the engineering's
for a North Carolina comparison, they're the NC State. They're the agricultural engineering school.
Correct. UVA is the liberal arts, the medical school,
The medical,
like all
the
that,
UNC,
all that
the
stuff.
Duke.
Like,
Exactly.
Like people who go to UVA, I do not have a hatred for. Like I have plenty of friends who went to UVA. They're great people. I have no problem with them. The school itself, the idea of UVA, fuck them. Like the school, whatever.
You wear khakis to football games.
Right.
Nah, I'm sorry.
The people who go there, the people I make friends with, you're cool. I have no problem with you going to UVA. You know, rock on, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you got in.
You call your campus the grounds. This isn't Hogwarts.
On the other hand, stay the fuck away from our beer.
I agree wholeheartedly. Kenny is drinking tonight. Kenny subbed and she's getting her money's worth.
But with that,
I'm gonna have to go get
I am
another one.
drinking
Yes, bunholes. How did you script the bunholes?
Flying Dog Chesapeake Wheat. It's a tangerine wheat beer. For every can that you buy, so I bought a 6-pack, you add 10 oysters to the Chesapeake Bay. Which
Nightmares of Odie and Pitt. Big facts, man. We both... Face being my resident WVU fan, who I hope... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead with your beer, because I have to tell you something after this.
I was gonna say, I literally bought the beer. Like I was looking for just like a wheat beer that I hadn't had before, that I was gonna show on trip, and I saw like 90% of the profits is going back to restoring the Chesapeake Bay, and I was like,
that's good.
I'm gonna buy that. I'm going to enjoy that. I'm gonna buy that. At some point, I might switch over to Hardywood Blackberry. It's another what's it called? Another restorative
Oh, cool.
thing.
A restoration
it's
project.
Restoration project for bees. So I was like,
Really?
yeah, you know, I'm gonna have 2 beers that give back to the environment.
Good person, Doug. I like it. I mean, you're always good to me, but you know, good person Doug supports the environment. Sometimes. Then he goes and buys like hot dog buns in a plastic bag, but that's besides the point. You bought beer that rebuilds bees.
I bought potato rolls that are able to be grown resourcefully
sustainably.
and sustainably. Like, I'm not buying that white bread, like, chemical shit. Come on.
Hey, look, your dog over here buys all the white bread. I'm from Redneck America, is what we eat.
Which is not hot dog buns.
Cider, I got cider mimosa out of Appalachian Cidery again, and then I have the ginger one as my backup. I didn't think I'd get through this one this fast, but after that we'll go downstairs and dig into the cidery reserves. Yes?
Can you say that again? That mountain range?
Appalachian?
Thank you.
Don't you do it.
No,
Don't you do it.
I wasn't going to. Just I have
You really think I was gonna mispronounce it?
No, I have had several clients this week say it incorrectly. It is a breath of fresh air to hear it correctly.
Right here. I'll even do it for you. I'll do that. What's the little grammatical thing? Appalachian. APP app, and then there's another A, and then Lachin. LACHIN. Appalachian. Appalachian State played the University of North Carolina. Should have kicked their ass this weekend. And if you say it another way, I'm sorry, but we will fight. I don't care if you're 6'4" and 285 pounds. We will fight. And it will not be good for you.
Joe Titus says Appalachian.
I see what Joe Titus said, and he is now banned from chat. Time out, Joe. That's what happens.
600 seconds?
That's our standard timeout, apparently.
I've done like 5 seconds. Damn.
That was just the standard timeout.
But we are way behind schedule, so let's get started. Lucas, you're up first.
All right.
Make sure you have your trib now up.
All right. I need to untime out Joe, unban. There we go. It's that time. Once again, everyone, current events. More specifically, hashtag freedom of speech, not for Kim. College football will be our current event time. And we're going to start it pretty lighthearted. The Virginia Tech ODU game was delayed going into the second half because of what? Sorry for breaking rule number 1. That was indeed dickish, Joe.
That was very dickish.
Proof. It was funny dickish, so. So anyway, since we're asking the question about Tech and we're letting everybody fill in their answer, Chase mentioned the nightmares of ODU and Pitt. So he's my resident WVU friend, coworker. And our shirt. Have you seen our shirt for the WVU game yet? Chase, if you don't know, Tech made a shirt that's for the WVU game that says "Take Me Home," and it has the Black Diamond Trophy on it, and I will have it no matter what.
I mean, we got the Black Diamond Trophy the first year Fuente was there.
We got it back in 2017 when me and you went to the game.
And then we will never
finally
talk
lost
about that man again.
And we finally lost it, which we had possessed it since, what, 05? WVU needed to look at it for a little while to remember what it looked like. Although, to be fair, we just lost ODU, so I'm not going anywhere until we beat BC. To be fair. However, Tech shirt's still here. The correct answer, our coaches got stuck in an elevator. It was rigged. ODU was doing everything they could to hold us back, obviously. Including screwing up the elevator.
Because why not?
Oh, man.
Right.
I hope so. I hope it's interesting.
Next question. Sticking with college football for one more. I promise. The College Football Playoff Committee has announced that they will be expanding the playoffs to how many teams as late as 2026, as early as 2023.
23. I was thinking it was 3 or 4. I couldn't remember. I literally came up.
It'd be 2024 because it's not this season. So it wouldn't be the beginning 2023. It'd be 2024 because it's the 2023
or playoff.
2023-2024 season.
Yeah. I literally, after the ODU game, went upstairs and asked Kim if she wanted to sell our WVU tickets because someone already offered me money for them because I was so mad. And she's like, "You're not doing that." It's a fair point. I mean, I'm going to Blacksburg Saturday because I enjoy pain, I think.
It's a Thursday night game. You know that, right?
Better. Better. Yes, it is. I'm taking off Thursday and Friday. We're going to the game, and then I'm driving up to you for SporkleCon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
I know things.
So, well, and how drunk, I feel like how drunk we are at SporkleCon is going to be directly related to that game.
To how well the WVU game went. I'm gonna run around in my Take Me Home shirt, even if we lost. Like, what trophy?
It's gonna be that, like, we get blown out 49-0, and we're just plastered going up on stage. Like, what are you guys looking at? Tap it good.
I see you in your blue and yellow shirts making fun of me.
So the answer is 12. They're gonna change it to. It's the what is it?
It's the top
four highest ranked champions of their divisions.
I thought it was 6. No, of their conference. So the top 4 conference champions, ranked wise. So that way you can get in the tiny colleges.
Tiny colleges get in, and then the other 8 are going to be at-large bids for the other 8 highest-ranked teams, which means Alabama's going to get in continuously. No matter what.
To be fair, Saban will eventually die.
Just like Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, but how old is Saban now? Because he's one of those dudes who is way older than he seems.
Well, the answer is 12.
There it is. It's 12 teams. Here we go.
Refuses to connect to Twitch, and it's really pissing me off.
Feels bad. 16 school districts across the U.S. have introduced a new AP class as a test run, centered on what? Interesting. Saban is, ooh, Lord, 70 years old, dude.
What? No.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Saban is 70.
Wait, I know which Highlander killed the Queen.
Yes, Doug. Why is Paul Rudd a Highlander, by the way? I enjoyed my joke, but I didn't know why you said Paul Rudd. Because he is definitely American.
Have you seen that man age? Ever?
That's why. That was the joke.
Have you seen Nick Saban age?
He needed power.
Yeah.
Now we know.
He killed the Queen. Nick Saban killed the Queen to maintain his power. And the answer is African American Studies.
Although I do agree that I could totally have seen that literally everyone put LGBTQIA plus studies.
It is supposed to be a look into how, so it's essentially critical race theory, in so much that it is a history of America, how slaves were actually treated, how America was actually founded, not the whole like Christopher Columbus showed up and he was super awesome to everybody and actually massacred fucking everything he could. They're doing it as a trial run in 12 different counties. One of them is in Virginia, so we'll see how it works out. Apparently, the initial couple weeks have been very positive.
To be fair, that was the way that we colonized everything, was murder everywhere.
I made this joke. We were up in New York City. We were visiting Allie's brother.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out. It was me, Allie, and her parents, and they were saying that the way they were teaching their grandson when it was safe to cross the street in New York City is when you see the white man, that means walk. The red hand means stop. And obviously with little kids, you have to use colors and shapes.
Right. Basic things.
And so they told us this story, and then Ted, my teacher and father-in-law, had said, like, oh, look, there's the white man. We should run. And I'm like, isn't it how most of this history should have worked out? There's the white man. Let's start running. He's like, that's not very PC. I'm like, but it's the truth.
Facts is facts, man. Is this your question? I'm pretty sure you stole my answer. Would you like for me to go with this one?
Yeah, sorry.
Nah, that's cool.
Go for it.
COVID is still going, people, amazingly. But now even anti-vaxxers have nothing to complain about due to a new treatment approved so far in India and China that is administered how?
Administered.
Administrative. You know what?
I spelled that
word.
one. The one I spelled
no, you
wrong,
did that right.
you picked out. The one I spelled
No,
right,
that's right. I did wrong. English was not my first subject in school, or my second, or my fifth. I didn't even take English in college. Somehow I tested out of it, which should have been a joke. But yeah, so how are they administering this new treatment?
So all the answers are in. I wanted to put in Dayquil form for drinkable form, but I was like, that doesn't sound right at all, because I've been taking Dayquil for the last, like, 6 days.
Yeah, that's fair. How's your foot?
Good. All the stitches are out. I can wear a shoe now. It doesn't hurt unless I, like, bang my foot straight down on the toe, so.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that anyway, so.
I mean, I don't.
Good. I don't generally kick directly into the ground with my foots.
So
hopefully,
like, the way I imagine it is you've played Ocarina of Time, right?
Enough.
So you know when Link is idling for long enough, he starts like kicking his shoes into the ground. That like
the little
yeah. Don't do that. That's all.
Just don't do that.
Just don't do that.
Easy peasy. This new COVID vaccine will be aerosolized. So in the air, aerosolized form.
You can breathe it in, people. It's not magic juice anymore.
Yeah, that makes it even scarier, Doug. Like a real virus, they can just aerosolize it and spread it through the air. What am I going to do? How am I going to fight it?
You know what I wish that we could have figured out is how to turn humans into the curing vector, which I understand is the sort of every fucking zombie movie ever. But if I were to get the COVID vaccine and every sneeze and cough I had shot out antibodies, like that would have been great, and we could have solved this problem a lot earlier. But no, we have to stick to bloodborne shit. Which I will say, when I got my shot,
a chip in my lungs. See, Ben knows.
See, when I got my shot, my 5G on my phone kicked into high gear, and I'm so grateful for that. And at this point, looking back at my college posts on Facebook, everyone knows where I am. Everyone knows what I do. Everyone knows who I am. I don't care anymore. Like if it's
nothing to do.
If it's a chip in my arm, go for it.
They don't need to chip you.
Yeah.
You see this thing? You see this beautiful little thing that we all carry in our pocket? They know where you're at. They know what you're doing. Look at your ads on Facebook. I know they know what's going on. I promise you.
So, for the first time in over a century, the 14th Amendment has been used to bar someone for running for public office due to charges of what? And this is in Arizona or Nevada. Arizona? One of the two. One of those desert states.
One of those things out west. We don't worry about those. Except for Wisconsin. We worry about Wisconsin.
Wyoming doesn't exist.
Wyoming's the state that I always miss on the 50 states quiz where it's the pictures.
That's because it doesn't exist.
Like, you start doing them all, and you get Montana, and then you're looking at the square, and you're like, it's just a square.
What? No, Wyoming's the same as birds. It's not real. It's a government conspiracy.
Birds are real. They're just not what you think they are.
They're not. Birds are not
They
real.
are. They're just not what you think they are. They're tiny pieces of technology to monitor us and push phone signals of your checking. Tracking chip.
Well, the answer is insurrection, because there is someone who's running for city council who was charged in the January 6th insurrection, so they cannot run for city council anymore.
All I can think of when we talk about birds as tiny robots is the picture of the Among Us character where it shows their anatomy.
Yeah.
Every time I think of a bird, I see the anatomy of a Fall Guy, and it just.
Oh, speaking of Fall Guys,
we're a little early for this, but go ahead.
Hey, later we're gonna be playing some games, some Fall Guys, some maybe Jackbox, depending on who's coming around, maybe some Rift Tracks, who knows. But we'll be playing some games afterwards. If you guys want to join us, join our Discord. We have a link in our Twitch.
This stream brought to you by HelloFresh. Nope. Sorry.
Stop.
Too soon.
Nope.
Sorry. Can't give them ad revenue. Is this? I think this should technically be my question.
Yeah, I think we switched your evens and odds now.
Whatever. You'd think this was something that happened in the UK, but federal investigators seized 27 pieces of ancient artifacts from what museum in the US to send back to Italy and Egypt. Wait, we took stuff from our own museums and sent it back to the original country?
Yeah.
We don't do that here. That's ours.
No.
It's in the United States, and possession is 9/10 of the law. That's how that works.
That's what the UK keeps saying, but for some reason, we're the ones who get sent
back. I guarantee you they don't like this art or artifact. There's something about it that's ugly, or they just don't like it. That's the only reason they're letting it go. Yeah. Welcome to America. That's what we are. That's what we did. We were not PC when we stole everybody's stuff and threw it in a museum. And usually we don't give it back. So this is impressive. Way to go, US. Correct answer. The museum that did this was the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Good Lord, have mercy. Words are hard. All right, Doug, tell me about this fake moon landing image that I see.
So the Artemis 1 was once again delayed. Last week it was for Frost. This week it was for what?
When did we become a conspiracy podcast inside of a trivia night?
I don't know, but literally last week they saw Frost on the tip of the rockets and like, that's cracks in the hulls. We need to stop it.
That was right. I remember that question.
This time something actually happened, and it was there was legitimately fuel leaking out of the rocket. So
do you have this? Do you have the stream open?
Yeah.
Why did fuel leak get cheated here?
I don't know.
Because you have astronauts forgot.
Right, yeah.
and then small and fuel leaks this teeny tiny little bit. Anyway, correct answer.
Correct answer is fuel leak.
What was that teeny tiny fuel leak? But that's besides the point.
Yep.
All right, it's time to bring it home, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. For the last one, it shouldn't say currently, but a manhunt has finished. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, a manhunt is finished. Live updating news coming to you live from Drink and Think Trivia. It's been going on for a suspect. Shut up, Doug. That's accused of stabbing how many people in Saskatchewan, with 15 more injured. All right, I did want to ask you about this question while people ponder over how many people were stabbed. Stabbings or injuries. So did he kill this number of people from stabbing them? Okay, they have been killed by being stabbed, and then 15 more were injured.
There are X number dead, with 15 more injured.
Sweet baby Jesus. Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to check. Because I was curious if his stabbing victims were separate from his injury victims.
Yes. Also, I love that I typed in stabbing into Giphy.
And this is the gift?
And it's Gomez Addams.
I was going to make a comment about the Addams family gift.
Gomez Addams is the most wholesome character of all time ever. Don't at me, bro.
I'm pretty sure that he's walking at this person to carve a turkey for them, most likely.
I think so.
That's honestly what's happening. Gomez is too sweet for this world.
Like every time that there are times that he will fight someone with a sword, disarm them, put the sword to their throat, and be like, "Oh, come on, good chap, you can do better than that. Here, let's try again." And it's so supportive. He's the most supportive dad ever.
You know what my favorite part of the wager round, Doug? And this is actually the reason I did so terribly last week, is because I just full throttled the entire time.
What?
Is people like Tiny and Scrappy who get the answer right, but wager nothing. I'm proud of them for answering correctly, but it's like participation points, because you got nothing for doing it.
So what's the answer?
But the correct answer is 10. He killed 10. He? I'm guessing he?
He.
Killed 10 people? Because the women don't get caught because they're smarter than us men murderers, but that's besides the point. Round 1 done. I don't think we have time for a scoreboard. We're skipping straight on to World War I. Doug, tell me about it.
World War I. What caused Great Britain to join World War I? The Germans did something, obviously, but...
Germans do a lot of things. Hashtag facts. Mama Fafro knows.
The one time that everyone's going to war with Russia and Germany's like, guys, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. The Ukraine-Russia war.
Yeah. I always try to remember why America ended up in World War One, because I know World War Two like adds up in my head, but I always forget how we got over there in World War One. But I think it's a similar thing.
The sinking of the Lusitania, which had
The Lusitania was World War One.
158 American soldiers were on it. It was a cruise ship that got sank, and so we were like, nah, fuck that.
Yes, it was sank by a German U-boat.
Yep.
And then, because World War II was walk softly and carry a big stick, we don't get involved in international politics until we get involved in international politics because we're sick and tired of everybody whining.
Until Japan.
Oh, wait. Japan.
And even after it happened, Japan came out and said, we woke the sleeping tiger. Like, yeah, no shit.
I love how Japan's almost racist against themselves in that statement. Oh, we woke up the sleeping tiger. Why'd you guys have to say it that way? America's not a tiger. I mean, go with like a bear. We're much fatter than a tiger.
Oh yeah.
This was the 40s, so we were probably skinnier then.
You woke the I don't know, the
lumbering moose. Nope, that's Canada.
No, you woke the coyote. I don't know.
I'd say that's fair. America's scrappy. No one wants to be around it. A lot of people keep trying to kill it, but somehow they don't go away.
And we're
America's a coyote.
And we're loud as shit and let everyone know when we're around.
I agree with Kenny. I love that it's World War One. All right, Doug, what's the answer?
The answer is German troops marching through Belgium. Apparently that was the last straw.
As I recall, Belgium was a sympathizer to that side, and they were an ally of Britain. Therefore, as soon as they marched through Belgium, they had to do something. Because they basically were like, Germany, look, you can't do this. Don't go through Belgium. And then they did it anyway.
I 100% recommend the channel. It's called Oversimplified.
Oh, God, Oversimplified. We haven't watched part 2 of his new video yet, but anyway, go ahead.
The Punic Wars, it's so good.
We haven't watched part 2 of Punic Wars yet. We did one on the way home from the beach.
So, with...
To you, Kenny. It's Ginger now.
To Kenny.
I just made that sound like I'm drinking Greg, but anyway.
So, Germany tried to punch through France, realized that France had dug in everywhere along the German border except for the Belgium-France border, and Germany was like, hey, you know what we can do? Go that way.
Actually, Doug, what they said was, look at all this pretty land that no one is guarding. What if we were to, walk through it?
Germany, don't you do it. Don't do it.
Why did Germany just become the Pillsbury Doughboy?
So, which of the following was not a result of Germany's surrender?
Doug's had too much cores. He keeps taking my damn questions.
No, evens is mine now.
Yeah.
Here's odd.
Mm-hmm. You read the first question, didn't you, Doug?
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I haven't had any cores today, thank you.
That's true. You've been drinking the harder stuff. Sadly, we have not received another sub because I kind of want to see you chug that smear.
I was trying to sub myself, but for some reason Twitch isn't pulling up on my friggin' phone.
I'll be honest, I considered gifting subs, but I imagine if you have to chug that, I'll have to go find something, and Kim will call that alcoholism if I pay to drink. So...
I mean, isn't that just going to a bar?
Yes, but this is my own home. I shouldn't have to. I've already paid for it. Alright, Doug, what's the answer?
That'd be the execution of Kaiser Wilhelm II. They did not have to do that.
Why did you not say Wilhelm correctly?
Wilhelm!
Wilhelm!
Just like the Wilhelm scream. Why don't you take the next 2 questions? Because I keep fucking...
I got it. You're fine. I got it. The close quarters soldiers kept in World War I helped spread which disease? Thought it was trench foot.
Fun fact after this question's answered, that has to do with Spain.
So, one of the podcasts that I've been listening to is A Short History Of. I would totally recommend it. It's like just a brief breakdown of parts of history. And the correct answer here was influenza. Doug, your short question on Spain, and then I'll plug a podcast that's not sponsoring us.
Well, so it was influenza, specifically the Spanish flu. The reason it was called the Spanish flu, it did not originate in Spain, but because Spain was neutral in World War One, people wanted someone to... Ooh. Gifted a tier 1 sub to Ask My Ball. That's 3. Because... So America viewed Spain as weak and the cause of a problem because they didn't join World War One. So instead of calling it, it should have been called the White Flu. I forget why. Like there was some.
I forget why. It was probably the whites. Damn whites.
Yes.
But anyway, go ahead, Doug.
There was some reason for it to be called that, but the Spanish flu did not originate from Spain. It was more a jab at Spain for not joining World War One.
So what you literally just told me is that we had the China virus before the China virus. We had a country literally using subterfuge and what's the word I want here? Why is my wife angry at me? That's the point. You're not listening to the thing. Apparently the Spanish flu was not actually from Spain. That was the whole point. But if you were listening to Twitch, you would know this. Propaganda. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a propaganda tool.
Right.
It's crazy. It comes from Spain.
Actually, where it probably originated, we think it probably originated in France, and then soldiers coming home is what spread it to America. Like the injured coming back after being in the trenches and whatnot is what spread it to America.
What did we call COVID before? What was the insulting thing? Was it just called the China virus, or was it
the Wuhan virus?
Wuhan? Yes, thank you. I could not remember that. That's how little I care about that argument of things. But anyway, why did Russia stop fighting in World War One? There, I did my second question. I did it. I'm so proud of me. Now I'm gonna drink.
They got bored.
I'm done.
I'm tired
Steve,
of
what happened? The Kung flu.
Kung flu.
That
I'm
was pretty
tired
good.
of playing this war on easy mode. I'm done.
What do you think, comrade? Do you want to stay in war? No, I do not want to stay in war. I want to go train bear. Will we train bear to fight in war? No, not train bear to fight in war. I want to train bear to ride to wood so I can win race on bear. Duh.
Well, that's I mean, you've heard about the Polish bear in World War One that loaded.
Yeah, the Polish bear. Yeah, that would carry stuff for them. Oh,
just
so cool.
mimicking people.
I see that you are carrying pallets of ammunition. I'm from Russia. They taught me to walk on legs. You want me to carry for you?
I do myself. Watch.
I will carry. This thing is much heavier than two of you carry. No, bear carry for you. Where's my vodka? I guarantee you they gave that bear vodka.
Oh, 100%.
And I guarantee you he was Russian. And even he knew that the war with Poland was a bad idea.
My guess is that
Yeah,
bear,
we'll carry things.
That bear, when it got on vodka, became like super cat-like, like pet me, and just bowling people over with its side, like a 400-pound bear. Just like, you know how cats, when they want to be pet,
Crazy,
or dogs will like broadside you, like a 400-pound bear broadsiding you for pets. Like, I scratch my ear, boom.
Man, domesticated giant animals are a terrible idea, if only because they don't know how big they are. That's why Great Danes are a terrible idea. They don't know they're a small horse. I love Great Danes. They're adorable dogs, but they are horses.
Watching every, so the TikToks of all like the San Diego Zoo and the cat keepers and whatnot, and the lions or the lionesses like show up and like, oh, my favorite person, tackle. It's like,
yep.
Oh, I just wanted to love you. It's like, yeah, you weigh 4 times what I do. Please stop.
Here's the thing about cats. The correct answer, by the way, communist takeover. So that was Lenin's takeover, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Yeah, that level of communism. This is your question. If you'll read it, I'll tell you my thought process on the fact why you shouldn't train cats at all.
Which deadly World War II weapon was outlawed in the Geneva Protocols in 1925?
All right, Doug. Fluffy. Fluffy, sweet cat, I'm sure, right?
Yep, very much so.
How often has Fluffy bit you?
Actually bite or like nipped playfully.
All right, see, there's a distinction there, but what I
So,
want to say is
okay,
that
so
cat will bite you with its teeth
let me,
or use its claws. But go ahead, clarify.
the distinction being, when she nips playfully, she will open her mouth and put it on my hand with
Okay, that's
with no
yeah.
pressure
No
whatsoever.
pressure. Okay.
There
so
are
how often have you felt pressure from the cat? Pressure.
3 or 4 times where she's broken skin.
How often have you been clawed by said cat?
3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 separate times.
All right. So that's like 6 to 7 times. My dog has never bitten me or clawed me. Here's the thing about cats, and giant cats in general. They're all the same. Felinus, whatever that Latin name that I don't know that Kim probably does. They're all the same thing. If you catch Mr. Tiger, Mountain Lion, Lion in a bad mood... But here's my point, Kenny. I'm not saying that all cats are mean or all cats are not nice. There are plenty of nice cats in the world. What?
Kenny, you have seen how tall I am. Lucas comes up to my shoulder, and
you're looking at a 5'9" man who's all of 155 pounds. I am an angry 5'9" man, which goes in my favor. You can ask Doug.
He'll come at you like
a tiny man.
He will come at you like a spider monkey.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew. But no, I'm not saying that cats are necessarily mean. My point is that cats have bad days.
Yeah.
Most cats have bad days, and when they have bad days, they tend to lash out in anger. I did not realize you were my height, but that's funny. Actually, Kim says I'm 5'10", but that's besides the point. Kim loves cats, but anyway, point being is they all have bad days, and when they have bad days, they tend to lash out. Yeah, I don't know why you wrote cats equal Satan. You like cats. When a big cat lashes out, it lashes out on that amplified scale. So like, that lion eats you and kills you instead of you having tiny 3 claw marks on your arm.
Instead of having like tiny punctures in your hand, your bowels are on the outside now. But anyway, the answer is
yes.
Speaking of bowels on the outside, mustard gas, where you drown.
Oh, that's not good.
You drown from the inside.
Wager round.
Which
the great.
Hold on.
Okay.
So the Germans were.
I was wrong.
Dispensing mustard gas, which was against many assumed war standards. The Americans came up with the shotgun, and they called it the trench gun at the time. And the Germans said after like dispersing mustard gas, that's a war cry. Fuck. Oh, that's you. Okay.
He had an intruder in the house.
No, like look at like the corner, like just her hands right there.
It looks like a baby head.
Yeah.
Like there's a child.
But so they said that shotguns were a war crime when they were actively dispersing mustard gas. Anyway, take the last. Take this one.
It's not the last one. It's 14. I screwed up. But anyway, the greatest number of casualties and wounds in World War I were caused by what? But yeah, I like cats. I'm allergic to cats. That's besides the point. I actually do like cats, but I do think that cats, when they tend to lash out hard. And people who train big cats, I think, is really neat until that cat has a bad day. God, giant gash.
Or like Tiger King or whatever his name was.
Yeah, like Tiger King. Like, you know those cats. You've trained with them your whole life. It's the same way I feel about, like, bear trainers and any kind of big animal trainers. If that thing decides to have a bad day, the repercussions are you dying most of the time, or you losing a limb.
I feel like if you train something...
Alligator.
If you train something that has a straightforward attack pattern in a single... Like, so you would never train, like, a pack of wolves, because their instincts are to surround and attack. If you train a singular wolf...
Not true. Pack of wolves are like dogs. Packs of wolves are trained by trainers, and they acknowledge the alpha male. And if you can become the alpha male, they love you.
No, I'm saying if they do not acknowledge you as the alpha male, and you're trying to train them, their strategy is to surround you and attack. If you are training a singular wolf, their strategy for attacking you will be straight on. you have to hope you have something big and heavy in your hand to like smack him away and be like, no, bad wolf, whack.
Bad dog.
But otherwise, like, you're kind of screwed when it comes to anything that has any sort of tactical thought. What's like an alligator? Alligators might not have tactical thought, but
No, they do. Those things hide.
But their entire thing is, you might be able to hit me. I
Death
don't
roll.
care, but if I get a hold of you at all, you're done. Whereas,
Yeah, they drag you to the water, spin you, done.
Whereas like a wolf is going to go for the bleed effect. It's going to keep biting you. It's going to keep like latching on, letting go, coming back. Like, so you have some sort of, and I'm not saying by any standard you should fight a wolf at all. No,
Don't do that.
Don't do that. But there is some level of like simplicity to that compared to a cat, an alligator. Don't try to train a moose. That thing, if it has a bad day, you're done. Like it can run.
It's just
over
gonna
you.
squish you.
Yeah, it's just gonna run towards you, and you're done. Like that's it. That's game over. You're nope.
Speaking of being squished, artillery. I mean, there's also explosions, but you will be squished if the artillery thing hits you. Doug, 15.
Which of the following was not a member of the Triple Alliance?
Yeah, I do definitely think you keyed in on my thought there, which is cats are smart. The TikTok me and Kim watched the other day is this like random alley cat that walks up to this girl in New York and rubs up against her leg and she starts petting it. And she's like, oh, what a sweet cat. And then it jumps and grabs a hold of her leg and starts gnawing on her leg.
I'm convinced that
It's subterfuge, man.
Foxes are a crossbreed between dogs and cats because
Dude, they look so cool, but I would never own one.
They will attack like a cat, but they are loyal like a dog. It's
Yeah, no, I'd say that's fair. I keep forgetting Ben was in the army.
It's a terrifying thought, right?
Oh no, I trust him and his. I imagine every time he pulled an artillery shot, he said, "For those about to rock, we salute you."
I imagine
Like, I do wanna blow things
you
up.
being an artilleryman, and that scares the shit out of me. And I know Ben, and that still scares the shit out of me. So
Yeah, can you imagine? The thing is that I use explosives, Doug. What's the correct answer here for the Triple Alliance so we can get them to wager?
Russia,
What?
Mother Russia.
Ah, there it is. Okay, I feel better. They won't let me release the scores. You do that thing. Wager time, ladies and gentlemen. I remembered how to count to 16. I'm an adult. Which country did not join U.S. President Woodrow Wilson's proposed post-war peace organization, the League of Nations?
The most neutered peace group ever.
Yeah, isn't this basically the one that dictated that Germany couldn't have, like, a pistol or they would be
anything.
fined? Yeah.
British people
And
could
then
walk
Hitler-
into Berlin and spank any German on sight. But, I mean, not
And
really.
Hitler was literally like, we are not allowed to do anything. That was French.
I mean,
We're not allowed to do anything, so, like,
Hitler was Austrian, though.
I know, but, like, I know, I went French. That was a script. But, like, I feel like Hitler's job was really easy. Like, I feel like he pointed at the League of Nations and, what's the treaty called?
The
What is
Treaty
the-
of Versailles.
Yeah, the Treaty of Versailles. And he was like, we literally can't make any kind of military, and half of our bread goes to members of countries we already blew up. Why don't we blow them up again? In secret.
Wasn't even in
Brilliant,
secret.
Mr. Hitler, brilliant!
Wasn't even in secret. Dude was like, hey, remember the Rhineland that we're not supposed to militarize? Let's militarize it.
Do it.
And the Allies were like, cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
we're going to take over part of Austria. And they were like, don't do it anymore. And they're like, yeah, okay. And they walked away and they took over the rest of it. And like,
Cool.
you lied to us. Yeah, no shit.
The back to the random military thought as Ben looks for his old pictures is the thing is, Doug, I work in explosives. I'd basically be like an E4 or E5 explosive specialist that just got to blow things up all the time for the military.
E4
And that's-
Mafia.
Which would be a horrifying thing, which is probably why it never happened.
I feel like you and I being in the E4 Mafia would not be okay.
E4 is what?
Uh,
Private Corporal Sergeant. E4 would be a first sergeant, I think?
Staff Sergeant.
It's first or a staff sergeant. I can't imagine us getting to that level. because then it would allow us to tell others what to do in combat. And I feel like they'd be like, "Yep, full stop, let those guys go," and we'd be like the Bash Brothers of the military,
We got
which is
this.
not something
Let's
I think
go.
you want to be. Like,
Let's
Doug
be
and me
real.
and bandanas.
You mean like this one?
Exactly.
Honestly, we would have
Someone
like a
knows facial
skull and
hair.
crossbones across our bandanas. Like, you know what? You guys stay here. We got this.
We got this, dude. It's a full army on the other side. We got it.
Did I
Um,
stutter?
I can't imagine Ben without facial hair. Secondly, in the best irony ever, the United States did not join the League of Nations.
Which was a big part of the reason that it did not work.
Big
With that, let's
surprise.
go to our leaderboard. We are so far
out
behind,
of
but in
booth.
first place,
Oh, we're terribly behind.
Bunghole Palace, 27.2. 23.7. Penn Waste, 15.6. Seven Sisters Bungholes, 13.3.
So all the
Bunghole
bungholes are
Ben,
related
9.9.
related to the Queen of England's death. They're all things from England. So he's Big Ben. I don't know Seven
Bunghole.
Sisters, but the Tower of Bunghole. I figured it out. I meant to say it earlier because they
Oh,
asked me. Because apparently
uh,
you botched Bunghole last week.
The seven wives of Henry VIII.
Ah, that adds up.
All right,
Yeah.
next.
Long live the Queen. Well, not really, Ben. But anyway, too soon. We are on world landmarks, yes, sir.
Yep, you're up.
For this round, I will show you a world landmark. You tell me the name of it. First one, I'm not even giving you the rest of the question. What is this? If you don't know it, I'm disappointed in you. I'm not just disappointed in you. I'm really disappointed in you.
Seven Sisters.
Cam literally
Lakes.
just started. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Fuck
Ben.
is that?
I'm not from England, nor do I bear much love
what's
for the mother country.
answer?
So.
Let's try to catch up some. What's the answer?
What's the meaning of Stonehenge? Okay. Do you
What
remember
about
that?
this
You remember? You know.
magnificent-looking bridge?
What was their name? What's that band's name? Because they sung "What's the Fox Say?"
I don't know.
Because that was "What's the meaning of Stonehenge?" He looked a lot like Paul Rudd. I need to drink more. Bumhenge would have been a good one, for sure.
Oh, we're missing.
I don't know if I'd have got this answer right.
I'll answer
There it
it
is. Lock it in. Let's go.
Sydney Harbor Bridge. Next.
The next one. How about this fancy building? I've been here.
I have too. I have not been through the.
Have you?
I was sad I didn't get to go through the gardens because it was winter, so they closed the gardens down. But
I had never heard of that whole story that goes along with the gardens. I went through here and took a lot of pictures with a lot of mounts because of what it was.
they're in.
It is a hunting lodge in France, and this is Versailles. There were so many dead animals in that building.
Yep. Did you go to the Hall of Mirrors? Because that was.
I probably did, dude. I don't
bonkers.
remember my trip to Paris.
What is
It's
this
a long time ago.
colorful plaza?
Good Lord, how long ago was it? I haven't been to Paris in 15 years.
I haven't been to.
Well, it's my senior year.
I've been to Versailles since I was 17. So.
Yeah, I was 18, so it was. Are you a year younger than me? You're a year younger than me. It was 15 years ago, right?
I'm 6 months younger than you.
Yeah, so you 15 and a half years, me 15.
Yep.
Math.
Yeah. Answer
All right, what
is
you got?
Park Gill.
I don't know what that is. Can you tell me
Yeah,
what that is
I
while we
don't-
move on to the
no-
next one?
No idea. You're up.
Good job, Ryan. The next one. What's the name of this castle-looking structure? Oh dear Lord, where did he even find these things?
I don't know. That looks like a Japanese castle.
Is that Candyland? I agree, Mama Fafro. Ryan found landmarks that look landmarky to me, but your boy ain't world traveled. The furthest west I've been till I got to Tech was Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri. I went to Branson, Missouri, and watched some shows. The correct answer here. This is the Bellum Tower.
I've been to Branson. I've been to
I
the
loved it,
Ozarks.
actually.
My grandparents actually used
I
to
haven't been to the
live in Columbia. My grandfather used to teach at Mizzou. So
Really?
we'd
That's
go,
cool.
We'd go out there. Well, so he taught. So he was in the Navy for fucking ever. retired, used to teach aerospace engineering at the Naval Academy, and then taught engineering at Georgia Tech, and then finished teaching aerospace engineering at Mizzou, which is where we would normally visit them. So we went down to Branson, we went to the Ozarks, we went to all that when they lived there. Doug wants to speed things up. Now it's Navy time story. All right, moving on. That was...
I enjoyed your story, but I was also having a good time in chat.
Moving on.
It's your question.
Name this towering monolith.
I authentically enjoyed your story. I was just having a good time.
Fun story on the way to Branson.
Yeah.
There's a so you have to take a major highway down from Columbia and then cut across like side roads to get to Branson, and it's one giant snake road to Branson.
Yeah.
My sister and I threw up a total of 12 times on because it's literally a
windy.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
It's on a flat plane of just 180-degree turns back and forth, and they're like, just look straight forward. And we're like, we're in the back seat. Just look straight forward.
Correct answer me, and then let me tell you about my opposite
Chrysler
problem.
Building. Y'all wrong.
I thought that was the Empire State Building too, but the Chrysler Building is the one that's built right beside it that the Empire State Building wanted to beat, right? Like that was the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they like add towers on to beat each other?
Yep.
What about this crumbling masterpiece? On the counterpart of that, what I remember about Branson was getting out there, and then when we came back, we went into Arkansas, or Arkansas as it's colloquially known. I screwed up that word.
Colloquially.
Yeah, sure. And we get out in these cornfields, and it's just straight lines. And you just drive for like 2 miles in a straight line, and then turn at a light. I got all 8 in. That is the Parthenon. I know some words.
Hey, question to you. What god was the Parthenon built for?
I assume it was built for Zeus, because I assume all Greek things were built for Zeus.
Who was Zeus's wife?
Hera something. Hera?
And her sister?
Did I get there? Oh, no, you want me to name her sister Athena.
Athena.
Good job,
There
Kenny.
you go.
Proud of you. I don't know Greek
gods.
gods. What do you want from me?
You play Greek gods in Smite.
I literally play Zeus. And that's because he was a dick and uses lightning.
Seriously, though, if you like Rama as a hunter, Ishtar is so much more fun.
Yeah, you're on the bring it home. It's you. Okay. I got to
For the last question, let's change it up. I'll name the landmark. Can you tell me where it is? Christ the Redeemer statue. Being more specific gets more points.
She said she had double D's.
Also, so to the bungholes, I saw pictures of Maverick going to school.
Yeah, I saw that picture. I almost liked it, but I thought it was weird.
That crushed me. Like,
8th grade, man.
She's not that old. No, she's
8th grade. It's nuts. I haven't even known Maverick that long, and it kind of blew my mind.
Dude, Maverick is awesome to hang out with.
She hosted like one of the second or third trivias I was a part of.
Several times Maverick has hosted, and seeing Maverick grow up is not okay. Like, no. I remember Maverick going to middle school. Like, that was, ugh. Like starting middle school.
We literally wrote be more. Sorry, I'm tangenting off what you were talking about, and it's not even a tangent. It's more of I was just observing. Maverick being emo. That's what I was saying. Like, she's got that emo look going on. More specific for more points. I believe that we're gonna have to award more points somehow.
I'm gonna give it to Seven Sisters.
I think E is correct as well. No, she is not.
Bunging Hole, Brazil. Ask My Balls.
Clarification. I gave E clarification because she wrote a thing. If you'll look at her answer, but she also got the country correct. You see what she wrote?
Yeah.
So I asked for clarification because she's literally over here looking at me about it. So
I'm gonna add a point to, or I'm gonna add 2 points to, sorry, to Seven Sisters.
good, I agree.
I'm going to
Bunghole
add
Palace.
2 points to Ask My Balls as well.
Fair. I agree with that. E corrected the answer, and then I think we should give some points to Bunghole Palace. Not because they got the spot right, but because they did get the country right. So maybe make that like a -2, if we can. They wagered a bunch of points, and I think they deserve right for the country. I don't know why we got put in this terrible position.
I gave them.
Okay, cool. The correct answer, Douglas?
Brazil, specifically, my man.
Rio de Janeiro.
There was an Olympics there.
The site of... Oh, I was going to say the site of one of the better Fast and Furious movies. Ludacris was in that. Han was still alive, and it was entertaining.
But no, Han is always alive until they make the last Fast and Furious, because Tokyo Drift is the last one.
Super post. Yeah, no, it's fair. God, I love Tokyo Drift. I
Tokyo
just
Drift,
really like that movie.
That song too. Bum 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 bum. I played that while I'm playing Need for Speed Heat. Like, dude. I'm gonna say this. It might anger you. Need for Speed Heat is better than Crew 2.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna make me mad. I've stopped playing the Crew not because I didn't like it, but just because it hasn't found time to fit back in the rotation. But is Need for Speed better?
Yes, Need for Speed Heat is better than.
Okay.
Especially,
I mean, I love Need for
you get
Speed.
to run away from cops too, which.
Yeah.
It's essentially like a mini game. On top of, like, you get to race, and then it's like escape the cops, and it's another race inside itself.
I think what annoyed me about the old Need for Speeds, though, was that you constantly had to worry about the cops. Like, running away from them is fun until, like, you're constantly, every time you're driving around the world, like, oh, hey, there are cops, and I can build up threat level, and they're eventually going to wreck my car. This is annoying.
Well, so Heat is split between day and night, and at day, you're racing for money only.
Yeah.
Night, you're racing for rep, which is how you increase your level. So you can do, like, you can go into night, race like 1 or 2 high profile races, get a bunch of rep, never have a cop chase. But if you want to get like Heat level 5, 6, 7, which are like your multipliers, you could jump from like level 5 to 27 real fast, but all of a sudden you have APCs trailing you. So it's how much you're willing to risk to like keep going.
Got you. All right. That was halftime. I don't think either of us need a break. I'm running low on booze, but we're doing okay. There haven't been any more subs.
I'll take this one if you want to go get more booze, and then you take one after this. I'll go to pee.
Sounds lovely. Go for it.
All right. So for this round, I'll give you the name of a celebrity, and you tell me what ordinary job they had before becoming famous. So the first one is Steve Buscemi. Also became doubly famous when he returned to this profession. Steve Buscemi. But he's always like weirded me out as one of those guys who's like I think he understands that he's awkward and plays into it. But he's so much of a nicer guy. Wow, hiccups. Sorry. He's so much of a nicer guy than like the roles he plays. Damn. 1 second. Like the other person, if any of you watched Fired Up, I cannot stop hiccuping. Give me like 10 seconds, people. Sorry. Sorry for the dead air, but yeah. Like the dude from Cheers, Kenny. The dude from Fired Up. The holy shit is that's you, Ben? I'm sorry that. Wow.
What happened?
Ben sent pictures. Oh, that's like even worse.
Oh,
moving on.
Is that a picture you sent back to Mama Fafro?
I hope so. The answer is firefighter. You're up next, dude.
Ben looks like the generic kid that was in my ROTC class. Those pictures, except for the last one. I do appreciate the scarring. It's entertaining pictures, my man. All right, let's do this thing. Oh, poor Kenny's eyes. I was 8. Still to 28. All right, so we got Mr. Buscemi. We're moving on. What did Christopher Walken do? I do my excellent impersonation, but my wife says I'm bad at it. I'm actually really not good at the Christopher Walken. Apparently, all accents for me turn into Bill Cosby when they have sharp hits, according to Kim. So Walken eventually turns into popsicles. You have to sound like you're angry, but you're not. And somehow in New York, and you add more cowbell. I'd actually never seen that, but Kim enlightened me. I wasn't a big SNL man. Correct answer here, Mr. Walken was a lion tamer, oddly enough. Although most of those other, especially waiter, makes more sense to me. Most actors, I think, are waiters. That's the first time one is public. I figured your OnlyFans had that picture on it, Ben, but that was just me. What about Mr. Johnny Depp? What did he do before he became Captain Jack Sparrow? And also Someone in Chocolate and God knows how many other movies that I just can't name. To be fair, the eagle has landed. Welcome back. I thought that one was just for me. We are, you're muted, and me and Ben are definitely best friends forever now. Mr. Depp, you're still muted. Mr. Depp was a telemarketer. There he is. Was a telemarketer.
That last picture of Ben is just...
Oof. I told you, that's his... I didn't tell you, I told them. That's his OnlyFans. If you don't want to be on Ben's OnlyFans, there's your preview.
Jim Carrey. Speaking of, if you want to join our Discord and see Ben's OnlyFan preview.
It is right here. We do... We do other things in there, but hey, sometimes it's what you get. So,
Allie, come look at this.
Why?
Just come look
at it. Do you want to lose your fiance, Douglas?
He's married. It's fine.
Yeah, but he lives close enough to Utah. Who knows? Okay, I made that joke, and I'm sorry. I did say doo-doo, Mama Fafro. She ran.
She walked in, and she was like, oh, God.
I haven't shown Kim yet. I don't think she wants me to. Ben put up his army pictures in Discord, including one that's his OnlyFans preview. No, thank you. She said, no, thank you. And usually that means I shouldn't disobey. 7 of 7, Doug, hit it.
He is a janitor.
I cannot imagine Jim Carrey as a janitor, but at the same time, I can see him with the headset on, mopping, like to some song, dancing through the hallways.
I feel like he was, well, because SNL was his break, and I feel like it was just him joking around while he was being a janitor, making people laugh.
That's it, that's fair. What about Mr. Brad Pitt? So I was downstairs in honor of I have worse pictures on Facebook. Are you still on Facebook? That one's, I don't have anything close to that graphic, but you know, to each his own. I have to go through Ben's Facebook now. I dug through the fridge, Doug. And if we can figure those 2 subscribers out, I found an extra bush apple hiding, so the chug is in play. But we have to find those extra 2 subscribers to get to my bush apple chug and Ben's. Ben will probably chug something just for fun. Oh, down the rabbit hole.
We could probably save that video and play it. But the answer is...
He was a fast food mascot. I wonder which fast food place he mascotted for. I'm actually curious. I also love that GIF.
What fast food restaurant did I used to be a mascot for?
Mascot?
Yep.
I can picture you. He said 1 second. We're going to keep rolling. What did Gal Gadot do before, speaking of Wonder Woman? I don't know why I said speaking of Wonder Woman. I just saw Wonder Woman. I don't know. I saw Gal Gadot. She is Wonder Woman. You're a worse segue. Doug was a food mascot for. See, I can see you in a big hot dog outfit as a younger you. Grimace. Oh, yeah, Grimace. That's a fair point. I feel like Doug... What? All right, question. Was it an actual costume, or were you just like assigned to it?
I was in a costume.
Oh, and Doug has given Kim a sub. I don't even know what a Culver's is. Actually, I think I know that name, but I don't know what it is. That's 4 subs. We're a sub short. And then he subbed with his own prime. That's 5, if you want to get technical.
No, that's 4.
No. Kenny, me,
Kenny, you, Ben.
Yep, Ben, you, and you.
Oh, no!
I'm dumb.
Oh, no.
I may be dumb, but I can math. Sometimes.
I just hit the share, but I was trying to share that I had, like, gifted to Kim. And, oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. We'll take care of this in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Gal Gadot was a member of the Israeli Defense Force.
You know who else was in the Israeli Defense Force? The sweet old lady in Virginia Tech's music department who taught music theory.
Seriously?
She was this tiny old lady who had a cane. She was a sniper with 7 confirmed kills.
Oh. I'm sorry, but Israel does it right when it comes to military. Look, you're required to do 2 years of service, and the things you don't learn. Korea? What about Korea? Oh, Korea does it as well. Interesting. I'm hoping you mean South Korea. North Korea requires their people to be in the military all the time.
She was the nicest lady. Like, you would get something wrong, and she'd be like, I want you to stand up, take your hand, and go like this. You did it wrong. What did we learn? Like, she was very nurturing. She, like, the sweetest woman I've ever met as a professor. I was talking to Dave, and Dave was like, oh yeah, like, she joined our, like, Trinidad staff, like, 10 years ago. I was like, oh, well, what did she do before? Like, was she in a band? Was she blah, blah? And, oh no, she was Israeli Defense Force. She was a sniper. She brags about her kills sometimes when she's drunk. And I'm like, hold on. This 70-plus-year-old woman gets plastered and brags about her sniper kills.
Yeah, man.
I want to drink with her. I want to drink with her.
All right, dog. Tell me about our next celebrity.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Miss Whoopi. Having problems over here.
I'm kind of sad that all of these didn't rhyme. Cause like personal assistant, restaurant hostess, and retail saleswoman. There's mortician, beautician.
What? Did you gift Kim like as a intentional view, or was it random?
No, it was random. I just hit gift N.
Okay, so you did a random gift. Yeah. See, here's the thing, Doug. I did the opposite. I picked who I wanted to gift my sub to. There you go, Mama Fafro.
And the answer is mortician, beautician.
He deserves a sub. The mortician, beautician. I could see. Wait, hold on. What's a mortician? Like, she fixes hair on dead people? Really? Yeah, that's it? That's an actual job?
Yeah, puts makeup
I guess a lot of people die. Interesting. I could see Whoopi Goldberg working on hair.
So when my grandfather died, that man never didn't have a beard from age like 25 on. they shaved
Yeah.
it in the
Why?
in the morgue, and we like there was almost a riot at his viewing because we're like, who
Dude,
the fuck is this?
That'd be like them cutting my dad's beard off when they buried him. My dad's had it shaved once and I cried since I've been alive.
There's a picture of my father after being brought home from the hospital with my grandfather with a beard. That's how long he's had it. And then they shaved it when he died, and I was like, yeah, all right, someone's gonna die.
That blows my mind. All right. Final question of the round, right? Math, 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah. I did it.
Go for
Cheryl Crow. Yeah, I saw you send it. I got you. I'm also just... someone gifted me a Kenny sub, so I was picking which Kenny emote that I wanted to use in my answer to Mama Fafro. Because I thought my butt was fun. I think Kim made me add the Kirby butt.
Can we turn that picture of Ben into an emote in some way?
Oh, we can. I can do that.
Just from the nipples up.
Just the nipples up.
Yeah.
Man, we could. I think you know what? Our tech team will get on that. Yeah, Katie, I was super hyped too. I didn't know it happened, and I saw a notification on Twitch, and usually it's one of those annoying things. And I was like, I got a Kenny sub. I love emotes too. I'm an emote hound. That is probably again. Now, to be fair. Yeah, to be fair. Upper half probably isn't against terms of service. That's just male nipple. And as we all know in America, male nipple is completely different and totally acceptable. I'm pretty sure 0 nipples. What if we edited the nipples? What if we blurred the nipples in our email? Oh, Kim, lock in your answers so we can move on to the next round.
Well, not even the nipples, just like the headshot, like just how tan he is at the collarbone, and then white. It's not even tan. It's red.
It is red. The correct answer, Cheryl Crow, was in fact a music teacher. No big surprise there. All right, skipping it. We're moving on. It's time for Kim's favorite round. Doug, what is it?
Candy.
Candy.
In 1995, Mars decided to change things up and replace one of their original M&M's color with a new blue M&M. What color was replaced?
I almost used this GIF in my round when I was talking about the dude who voices the red M&M. Well, in our animation domination.
Yep.
They do exist.
He does exist.
I finished this, good lord.
All right, and the answer is tan. It used to be purple, and in 1945, it changed to tan.
We have a problem.
What is that?
We got our GIF. We got our subs for the night. Thanks to you. And we're about to come to our speed round.
I think we chugged this before the speed rounds.
Okay. So say you, good sir.
Hold on.
So tan was the M&M. All right, he is calling for his shot. I don't know where we're 1 seconding. It's my question. Which candy company is the largest producer of chocolate in the United States? Oh, my chin itches. There we go. Kim said if I shave my beard off, it's all over anyway. I'm pretty sure. Actually, Doug, did you ever get to know Randy? I know you're muted right now. You can tell me whenever.
Yeah, I know. I 100%. I got to know Randy and Steve.
Yeah, you did get to know Randy and Steve. If y'all don't know, correct answer.
Steve.
Yeah, I know Steve. Steve. It had
put some respect
I came up with
on
that.
his
Thank you.
name.
I came up with that. It came from VG Cats, and Greg became Steve.
I'm well aware of.
Is that a spoon in your ear?
VG Cats was.
Oh my god, I love it.
Just.
Chef kiss. Correct answer is Hershey's.
What was it? It was VG Cats, Control Delete,
and LFG, dude.
Oh, LFG. LFG.
I
is
kickstarted
still
LFG.
going.
Is it seriously?
Yeah. Oh,
holy shit,
dude! I have the. So I met Lars and Somer.
Really?
I have a picture with Scott of Lars and Somer and I am doing bad things to Lars. There's a picture.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that.
So there's a picture of Lars bent over in front of me, with me putting my hand on his back, hand up, and Scott being the one who's getting violated by Somer.
Lord. Oh, Lord.
Nothing.
Read the next question. He muted himself. So, according to a study put on Forbes in 2021, what is the most desirable candy given out at Halloween? I got you, man. I'm here for you.
I got a rock. Dude, if I got a pizza in my trick-or-treat bag, like...
For real.
Hell yeah.
Now, we were talking about this earlier, and I hoped we get back around to it, and I forgot we had a candy round. Your boy didn't trick-or-treat as a kid. Baptist preacher parent kids.
Halloween.
Also living in rural North Carolina. Halloween wasn't a thing. We just got given candy, and I turned out okay, right?
I mean, it's better than I did.
Debatable. I think we're close to a same level sometimes. Although I know I'm loved, and you're probably a little tougher. But you know you're also loved, and that's all that matters, Duck.
You are the marshmallow. I am the burnt marshmallow. We're both creamy. We're both squishy on the inside, but one of us has definite problems on the outside.
All I could think of is that I want to be the graham cracker to your marshmallow, and then I remembered what one of the guys at work called me the other day.
I don't want to know, but I do want to know.
One of the gentlemen at work that I worked with said that I was way too light, or not light enough to be a saltine cracker. I looked more like a golden graham. And he said my nickname should be Golden Graham, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna be honest. You look more like an oyster cracker to me.
I love oyster crackers. They're delicious. That's fine with me.
What's the answer?
The correct answer is a Reese's peanut butter cup. Next.
Take it.
Is that Charlie Brown Halloween?
Yep.
Is it another Charlie Brown Halloween? Okay, cool. Yeah, now I got you. What was the profession of the original inventor of candy floss?
This goes back to the British slang.
Pretty sure this goes back to,
Bullshit.
I was about to say the British slang thing, because I feel like I knew what candy floss was, and then I answered it wrong, and then thought about it, and I was very disappointed.
Or fairy floss, or whatever it's called. What's the answer?
The correct answer is the dentist, obviously, because it has floss in the title. Get together, nerds.
What Mars candy was named after the favorite horse of the family?
Seriously? That's how they came up with that? You wonder how things get their names, and it's... dear Lord, help us all. Be like me calling my... Oh. Favorite family pet. Did I ever tell you what the name of my first dog was?
No.
Not my first dog. That's fair. The first dog that I got myself was a Siberian Husky mixed with mutt. He was golden brown. What's the correct answer for the horse, by the way?
I'd be Snickers.
He would be Snickers. Also, my favorite name of a Jersey Shore member. Where was milk chocolate invented? So I get my dog, who is part Siberian Husky, part mutt. He's golden like a golden retriever with brown spots on him in the Siberian Husky look. Eyes weren't a different color. So he basically just looked like a weird golden retriever with husky face features. I, at the time, really enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! Something along those lines, but couldn't think of anything cool, so we called that dog Oogio. And his nickname was Oog. Until he died, his nickname was Oog.
That's awesome.
I loved it, man. But on his papers, it literally said Oogio.
So my brother-in-law had has a husky.
Yeah.
That he's a Colts fan, so he named it Indy.
Look. Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Then my sister got a dog.
Yes.
Golden Retriever Lab mix.
Okay. A dog.
You know where she used to shop? That she used to name the dog? Macy.
Please tell me a dog's name is like Sears. Okay, I was so close.
Macy's.
I was gonna be like Belks or Sears.
Nope.
Come on, Belk.
Macy. So you have Macy and Indy, and
I mean, hey,
like I will not complain. My brother-in-law is awesome as all get out. I love that man, but Indy, like he became a Broncos fan when Peyton moved, and I was like, no, stop,
no,
bad.
Hey, people like players, man. The correct answer, Switzerland. I don't know. I mean, I've always been a Cowboys fan, but following a player makes some sense to me.
Yeah.
Because you just really like a player.
But, like, determine that you're like, because he said he was a Broncos fan. I'm like, no, you are not. You're a
Peyton Manning fan.
I have been, like, I was a John Elway fan. And then John Elway retired, and I stuck around with the Broncos. I am a Broncos fan.
Yeah, I've always been a Cowboys fan. I don't even like Aikman. That's the funny thing to me. I've never liked Troy Aikman, but I love the Cowboys.
But like, so like the Seahawks fans who are going to come swarming in saying, "I'm a Broncos fan." No, you are a Russell Wilson fan. Fuck off. Anyway,
why don't you take the fans where you can get them? Y'all need merchandise money.
That's true. I will buy jerseys all day if Allie let me. According to a study performed in 2021, what country has the highest percentage of candy consumers at 61%?
Yeah, man. Aikman announcing, I honestly think that in his mind, he tries too hard not to be biased. My favorite announcer, and I did not like him as a player, but my favorite announcer, hands down. Go ahead.
I keep looking over, and I just see Ben with the fucking hat on my side.
I have Twitch chat over there. I am not got Ben open.
I need to I'm just gonna minimize that. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah, Aikman announcing annoys me, and I feel like when I'm watching him do a Cowboys game, he critiques the Cowboys constantly and just gets on my nerves. I hated Tony. Yep, answer.
The answer is Germany.
There you go. 60%, 60% UK and Russia, and 50% in the US of A. Really? Wow.
All right.
We're the low end of that. Wager round. Bring it home before we go to the speed round. Then probably
one more answer. One more question.
I can't math. What are you talking about? No, we don't. This is question 40.
Yeah, one last.
This is a wager round.
Wager round. You're sorry. Speed round is what I was thinking.
I said we have a wager round before we go to the speed round and get way too drunk. As of 2014, how many official flavors of Jelly Belly beans are there?
So I think after this we let the credits roll, the high score
leaderboard
roll.
Leaderboard.
I mean the leaderboard roll. I mean the who's dominating.
Matter. Whose line is it anyway? Okay, go ahead.
We chug during that.
Got it.
And then we can do the speed round with our normal
shot rules. Gotcha.
Yep. And then after that, we go play some Fall Guys.
I'd say it's probably fair. If we go play Fall Guys, people need to join our Discord, which is currently linked in our Twitch chat. If you're only here, I'm going to put it in the Drink and Think Triv Now chat that says join Discord, look on Twitch. Because there's a link there, so you can be a member of our Discord and probably be scarred by Ben for life. Before we answer this question and chug a drink, I never liked Tony Romo. Well, I kind of liked Tony Romo for a while, and then I got to the point where I did not like Tony Romo as a player. I thought he was consistent enough to be a seasoned quarterback and not a playoff quarterback, and blah, blah, blah. I could rant on Tony Romo all day long. That man can announce a football game and can read a defense from the booth better than half of the offensive coordinators in the NFL. He will tell you what a team's going to run before they come out of the huddle.
Honestly, he should be a defensive or an offensive coordinator. For any team. Like they come out.
I wanted them to hire him as an offensive coordinator at Dallas so badly because he is so good at that. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, he would come out like you said. They would come out of the huddle or a huddle for the defense. You're like, oh yeah, they're gonna pressure 3. They're gonna do a zone 2 with a fire blitz, blah blah, and that would be exactly what happened. I'm like, why has no one hired him? Because if you have that mic into the quarterback's helmet and just say, hey, by the way, your number 2 receiver is gonna be wide open.
Dog, you know why no one's hired him? Because NBC or ABC or whoever it is pays him like $15 million a year to be like, and they're gonna throw the ball.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
The only other people that I am as in awe of are the announcers for the Caps games.
Oh, really?
For
I don't get to watch them a lot.
For the NBC side, I forget what their names are. But
I know who they are, but I just haven't got to watch them a lot.
Will call it 4 passes before. And here comes the goal. Pass, goal.
Here I got you. Here comes Backstrom down the icy patch to Ovechkin over to Oshie, who slides it to the side to Carlson, who buries it in the back of the net. And then 30 seconds later, Carlson buries it in the back of the net.
Yep, exactly. There's no... They don't even hesitate. They're like, yeah, we see the play beforehand. We're not worried about it.
I'm really glad we don't have Caps fans here because I just put Backstrom, Ovechkin, and Oshie on a line, and they definitely aren't anymore.
No. Well,
I know hockey.
What's the answer before we get into our
sadly, we didn't tell you guys under 100, but most of you realized it. There are, in fact, 16. No, they're not. They're not 69. You all are nerds. There are 50.
Nerds.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate your humor.
All right.
And we will now...
Here is your leaderboard. You guys can read it.
And weed it. Thank you all for the subs.
Thank you.
The 3 of you that brought subs, we dearly appreciate it. The 2 of us who brought extra subs in because we want to fuel the train that is our drunkenness. Doug, to good times, to good people, and to drink and think trivia.
Here,
and to you, good sir.
To you.
You are beautiful.
Here, here.
My throat isn't designed for something that cold. Giggity.
Woo!
Good lord.
Oh,
and Kenny wants us to drink more.
Kenny.
It's a different one, Kenny. When Doug does that after he finishes one, it reminds me of a smoker who just took a giant drag from a cigarette. I really am disappointed that Cole Beasley. Kim cut on the football game, by the way. Bills are playing the Chargers right now. Or not Chargers, the Rams. And Cole Beasley still plays for the Bills, and it makes me sad.
All right, for those of you who haven't read it yet, I don't care. Let's go on to the next round.
He does care.
Let me explain this. This is obviously your question first, but...
No, do your thing. I'm going to keep drinking.
This entire round is on a voice actor named Rob Paulsen. He has been in every single cartoon you've ever watched. He is like, for those of you
I've been ready. Go do it.
He is the originator. Like back in the day, like Looney Tunes back in the day, he was a voice actor back then. So let's get started on this round. This is our 50-50 round. Let's see, we have 8 questions. I want to put 45 seconds per, so 45 times 8 is 360.
45 times 8?
Yep.
45 times 10 would be 450, and you take 90 off of it. So, yeah, 360 is correct.
360, so I'm going to start.
I'm so proud of you. Good job. Also, if you check chat, Kim just asked me to go put our Totinos in the oven. So that's why chat says what chat said.
Timer. 360.
You go put the pizza in the oven. I'm the talent.
What's 360 is...
6 minutes? Not 6 minutes, Lucas. 5 minutes and 60. Yeah, 6 minutes? I think that's 6. Is that 6 minutes? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Yeah, that's 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
I can math. I can math better in my head than math.
I will start this when you finish reading this.
Random rant before we start our final round, which is who is Rob Paulsen voice acting. Raheem Blackshear absolutely should have made the Bills, and I'm extremely disappointed after rushing for 400 yards in the preseason that he didn't. If you don't know who that is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Virginia Tech player who was on the Bills practice squad now. But anyway, I digress.
When you say the last word, I will hit start.
Make the pizza on my rider?
Rob Paulsen has been in everything you've ever...
I'm excited, man. That's what we got to do an in-person. I still can't wait for the Doug Lucas road trip.
Yes.
To Wisconsin. I am not Minnesota. Good Lord, why am I in Wisconsin? I want cheese. Minnesota, because the Wild.
You'll come up here. You'll spend the night, and then we'll do a road trip up to Minnesota.
Which is eventually going to happen, and we're going to host trivia in the Bunghole Cave of Awesome.
Yes.
And Kim will come with me. And maybe Taz as well, because we're not allowed to leave him in places.
We'll bring Fluffy.
Oh, let Kenny know. It's gonna be a party! Oh, man. The Bunghole... So basically what I'm hearing is that we're gonna make the Bunghole reunion, which is gonna be the Fafro reunion, and we're gonna be the catalyst for this. I love it. The Bunghole Cave of Awesome. Yep, that's what it is. Think about that innuendo. Kim is an introvert. That is true. The great bunghole get together. I like all these things. It is 8:49. We have not efficiently played this trivia, but who cares? This is what happens when you don't let me and Doug be together for a week. Let's do the 50-50 round. All right, Rob Paulsen in voice acting. Everyone should know who Rob Paulsen is. If you don't, I promise you, he's done everything. That's literally what Doug threw in here, which is your hint for this round. For this round, I will give you a show. And you tell me if he voice acted as a character in it or not. First up, begin the timer, Animaniacs.
Timer go.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, Mitchell Marlena. We might bring Mitchell Marlena. We definitely need to bring Ryan and guys. There's so many. There's so many things.
We're gonna have that caravan up there at this point.
I was about to say, this trip becomes...
You know what we should do instead is have them come to Virginia. And
where the rest of us already are.
Let's all
dude, I want to do.
Let's all go to Rocket Frog and host from there.
I think that is a thing we should do. I think absolutely we bring the Fafro clan into Virginia, but they've done that before, right?
But now we have Kenny coming up from Florida.
True, but I think
coming
maybe
up from Carolinas.
Me and you, if we do that, if it should. Oh yeah, this is a speed round. Good Lord. 6 of 7, thank goodness. Penn Waste hasn't locked in.
End it. Just go.
Time is up. End it. Let's go. He voiced in it. He voiced Pinky. And Yakko.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did Rob Paulsen voice something in that?
Are you kidding? Good Lord.
We have 6 of 7 with...
Penn Waste is the waiter.
Was Penn Waste the waiter last time?
Yes, he was. I love my dear Chase that he is.
He did voice in that. Next.
The next is DuckTales. Regardless of what happens, no, we're not coming to Florida. Florida sucks, and you know it, Kenny. The only reason me and Doug will come to Florida is for an Orange Bowl.
Or Champs.
And Disney. I will be there in December. And the champ. No, we are never going back to a Russell Athletic Bowl again, Douglas. We do not forget Rutger. I think Kim. Okay, 6 of 7 are in. I love my dear Penn Waste. He voiced in it. Next.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Rude. I am rude, Kenny. I love you. I love
Kenny,
you.
Around Thanksgiving, I'm coming down to Fort Myers. So how close are you to that?
I hit the wrong button that I wanted.
The answer, Penn Waste. He did voice in that.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. All right. What about the Fairly Odd Parents? I forgot Joe's the attachment that goes with it. Why does it hate me? Why do you hate me, Stream Chat?
We got Penn Waste is missing.
Yep, well, there it is in the question. Guess what? He voiced in it. Next.
Land Before Time.
Regardless.
The show, not just the movies.
regardless, I think me and you have to make a trip out to Minnesota for the host in the Bunghole Cave of Awesome / the Great Bunghole Get Together.
I think
which sounds like a Disney ride. I'm going ahead and ending the question. Did he voice in that, Doug?
Yes.
God, I love The Land Before Time. 47. What about the Powder Puff Girls?
We still have 2 minutes and 42 seconds left.
As you know, I'm a cider man. I could care less about the booze. I just want to come to Minnesota and be at the Fafro house. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I look at pictures from that place, and I just want to go out there and hang out and just chill and host a trivia. But anyway, I digress.
Penwaist.
Be Ben's new best friend. Hug him a lot. Ooh, cider works. I mean, we can hang out here for the literally the time out of the next two questions, but he voiced in Powder Puff Girls. No, I believe that absolutely, Mama Fafro. Wager round.
The wager round. The Nightmare Fuel Butt Ugly Martians. I refuse to put a GIF of that show on here. Look up Butt Ugly Martians and just tell me how you feel about it. We are at 145 left, but there's 130 to answer this question.
I'll tell you what I'd actually like to do is go out to Minnesota when the Avs or the Canes are playing a game, because then we could go with the Fafros to a hockey game. And what is more Minnesotan
than watching the
Wild?
I
don't know. You guys can tell me, but watching the Wild play another team.
Yeah.
Oh, watching hockey while drinking beer with your best trivia friends and/or Ben, your best naked friend with a army hat over his mouth.
100%. If the Avs are playing the Wild, I will wear Wild gear, and I hope the Fafs are going to defend me when I get my ass beat.
Dog, Kim, good lord. You are Ken now.
And
Kim literally has been trying to get me. Yep, the answer is...
He voiced in it too.
He did voice in it. Kim's been trying to get me to buy a Wild jersey for like the past, 3 years? Because it's her favorite jersey, and Eric Stahl played for them, and I am an Eric Stahl man. It's Kim's favorite jersey in the NHL. I love the Avs jersey. I love the Canes jerseys. Kim's favorite jersey, period, over sports is the Wild jersey. She loves that jersey. It's gorgeous.
So and they crushed the timer. We have our shot to do. Leaderboard. In first place, we have Seven Sisters. Bungholes with 104.8. Bunghole Palace with 100.1. Well, 77.2. Tower of Bunghole with 70.05. Bunghole Ben 69.1. Nice. Ben Waste 44. And Scrappy and Tiny with 35. So,
Kenny wrote, we should go to Minnesota for Ben Fair, and I literally thought that was like a fair that's dedicated to Ben at first. I'm not gonna lie.
With that, I believe we owe them something. Do you have it?
God, I don't. Do you already have yours made?
I have the shot.
Oh, your shot girl, did she come by?
The shot baby came up.
Mr. Shot girl, I'm a little drunk.
Shot baby already came up. We will wait.
Twill BRB.
We're gonna wait for him. You have earned your place, ladies and gentlemen. We will give you what you asked for, and as my shot glass says, I'm going to stick it in in a minute when Lucas gets back. But 100% at the absolute worst. And I will make this promise now. Before, and I realize I'm giving myself a large buffer. Before December 31st, 2023, there will be a hosted Drink and Think trivia with Lucas and Doug in Ben's Bunghole Cave. I am making that promise now. If Lucas doesn't agree with it, well, too bad. I will drive down to Carolina and fly his ass up myself. So, Let's see how this all goes out. But Ben, Kenny, you're in Florida. You're so far. You're in like Ben's bunghole taint at this point. I mean, well, Florida is like America's taint, so it's fine. No, I take that back. Florida is America's shaft. Louisiana is America's taint. It's very sweaty, and I can't hear you. You're. Still can't hear you. Lucas unplugging, great way to end. Dehydrate. Cheers.
I don't know why it's doing that lately. I'm gonna have to get a new mic. Sometimes, in the redneck world of life, you don't clean all your shot glasses, so you put your alcohol in a quarter cup measuring cup. Also,
all right. So I have made this promise, Lucas.
I heard you. We are promised to go. I believe
before December 31st, 2023, we will host trivia from Ben's Bunghole Cave.
Of awesome.
Of awesome.
Of awesome.
All right.
All right. No, I'm down. I'm down.
We'll be playing some Fall Guys after this, but
to you.
Cheers to you,
to friends. To great trivia.
To great trivia.
To hanging out at the Bunghole Cave all day long. I only dumped half of the alcohol on my chair. Dodge it with the pants. Dug in trivia.